What's going on, guys? Welcome back to JJTV. I hope you're all doing well, and once again this is another video with a Mark 8 Fiesta ST. So we're going to give it a quick interior and exterior overview. It's just behind me, behind this wall, in a little garagey area of the house. So let's go and take a look. Before we take a look at the inside and the exterior of the vehicle, if you are new around here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really means the world to me and keeps you up to date with the content that I produce. And if you do hit the post notifications, that little bell thing, and turn that on, that means you keep up to date with the content that I produce and when it gets uploaded. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and have a look at the interior. Oh, here she is, the lovely car, the Mark 8 Fiesta ST, which has been kindly provided to me by Buckingham Ford. So let's open her up. Obviously it's a bit dirty where we've been stepping in and out. Obviously you've got the Ford Performance bit here now, which is all nice. One thing that I really like about, as standing on the, apparently on as standard on the ST2s, you get the B&O speaker system thing. Yeah, obviously doors haven't really changed too much. You can lock your doors from here as well, and then obviously you can move your mirrors and stuff and do that sort of stuff. But yeah, if we sit inside, I can showcase to you all the cool little things that I love about this car. So let's turn the power on. Oh, my key is in the other thing, but we'll talk about that in a sec. But it's obviously you've got the new touch display thing here. But one thing that is made me really happy about this car is the fact they've upgraded it to Sync 3, and you have this now compared to like Audi, where you didn't really, the Ford weren't really competing with them in any sense of sort, or really any of the other brands. A lot of the brands had these sort of touch displays, but until now Ford didn't really have them in their hatchbacks, such as the new Mark 8 Fiesta or the old Fiesta models, whereas Mark 7 didn't have it either. But now we have it, which is something which has pleased me a lot. Something I really do like the look of as well is these new like carbon inlet things. If you did watch my ST line video, they are in that as well. It just kind of gives that sort of premium-ish feel to the vehicle. Obviously you got all the new button layout here. It's pretty similar to Mark 3 Focus RS as well. The gear shifter and gear knob and everything, like the gear stick, seems to be a lot shorter than what is on the Mark 7 ST, so it does enable you to have nice gear changes. Even though the Mark 7 wasn't that bad, it feels a slight more like a short shifter in this, but obviously that could be enhanced. You've got this little bit down here where you can put your keys. Something I really like is the illuminated like lighting in here, so at night time it looks awesome, and it's like corresponded throughout the vehicle. So if you can see over there as well, it's lit up down there. Obviously the Recaro seats in the ST3, not ST3, ST2, they're full like material. They're solid, like you can't bend them really at all, and they really do hold you in compared to what the Mark 7 STs did. But yeah, it's nice in the front and everything. I'll show you something on here in a second about the new digital display and stuff, which Mark 7 didn't really have. But one other thing is a new flat bottom steering wheel. Absolutely love this thing. It really does enhance the drive. It feels so much better when handling, and just driving in general just feels so much more fun. I really like this new steering wheel. Well done for performance. Obviously you've got all the different mode selectors here, but I'll go into a bit more detail in that in a sec. And then you've got this like leather thing. So one thing they got stick for on the Mark 7, even on the top spec STs, this was plastic, but now it is leather, which is a nice improvement that they've done. So if we lift it up, you've obviously got this like little tray thing, so you can put keys in there, etc. That actually comes out. But in there I've got some GoPro bits which I need to take out. But actually I'll take them out now, leave them on the seat and put that back. But other than that, like, it's just so much more of a premium feel. But yeah, let's start this thing up and see what you guys think. The key, this is one other thing I really like about the new ST, is the fact that you have ST on the key, and it's the same as the old one, just for the ST upgrade, but you didn't actually have this on the old Mark 7, so that's a nice little feature they've added in. But obviously you've got this new digital display thing up here as well, so obviously it picks up that apparently there's one person with their seatbelt on in the vehicle that's in the back, but there's no one actually sat there, so I don't know what it's doing. I obviously haven't got mine on, but we'll just click OK here anyway. Obviously you've got this new trip computer looking thing, gives you update on how many miles you got left, the miles to the gallon. Please ignore the miles to the gallon. It has been driven quite aggressively today, and also the fact that it's done like 857 miles, so it's still got its old full long trips to do, and at the moment it's just short town driving. So yeah, but if we go through the menus like this, obviously you've got full performance, so you get a my view, so you can actually see the speed. That looks awesome. That is different to what it is on the ST line as well. It doesn't have the full performance, etc. Driver assist, so if you get too close to cars, etc., and it should hopefully brake for itself. Navigation just tells you realistically whereabouts you are. The music, your phone, just car settings, and then back to the trip computer. Obviously in the dark this changes colour as well. Usually this is white, but because we're like in darknish-ish, it's picked up that the lights are on outside automatically. So if we have a little look at the audio, yeah, we'll turn that all down. Obviously you've got capital, choose whatever you want from the stations list. You know, I was just going through it and choosing. It's very responsive, which is a good thing. Obviously you got your phone, connect to iPhone, navigation, same sort of navigation as what it previously was, however obviously on a bigger screen and slightly more updated, which is nice. You do get the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I believe, with this as well, which is always a nice benefit. And we can move around if we want to like that. However, we're going to go back and we are going to go to mobile apps, and you can choose all the different apps you want. So if you are using, like it says here, no apps found to sync, you have to basically utilize Apple CarPlay and all the other things to make it work. But then yeah, you can change all this stuff. I remember on the Ford Edge you could change the color of the lighting. I don't think you can do that on this. No, you can't. But this does have a reversing camera as well, so if we put it into reverse, there you go, you can see the bins there just in front of the garage. A lot bigger screen to utilize than what is on my on my SD200. But you also get a rear park pilot as well, which is pretty cool. Haven't used it, so don't know too much about it, so I probably don't really want to go into too much detail about that, but yeah. Let's just take a look into the back. So just open up the back door. Obviously the space in here, my friend sat in the back recently, and he's about 6 foot, and he said he had ample amount of room. It doesn't look big on camera, but there is a lot more room than probably what is in the Mark 7 currently, especially with the 5-door version of this. It makes life a lot easier for a lot of people. Personally, I probably would have the 5-door if I have a choice in one of these. But yeah, there's not too much difference in here. Obviously just the seats kind of mimic the front. But yeah, we'll take a look at the boot as well. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a kind of like little show into kind of what the back looks like. And then you've got that little cubby hole thing down there as well. Right, let's have a look in the boot. Obviously it's ticking away down there. Boot space is pretty much ample. Well, pretty much the same as what it used to be. I think there's slightly more room between here and the back seats from what there was in the Mark 7. You can get the adjustable bootloader for this as well if you want it. That's an extra 75 quid, I believe. But yeah, it's, you know, it's no more than anyone really needs realistically, unless you carry dogs and stuff, need a big Range Rover. But yeah, let's take a look at the exterior and have a chat about it. This is the rear of the car. This is what a lot of people have had an issue with. They don't think it's an aggressive enough look. And I agree in some senses, I don't agree in others. So if you look at the spoiler, this is nowhere near as big as what the Mark 7 was. To be in fact, this is actually the same one they use on the ST line. So there's not really much of a benefit there, but I'm pretty sure that was the same with the Mark 7. Obviously you've got the standard ST badge there, but a lot of people didn't like these back lights. They thought they looked a bit funky and a bit weird. I personally think it looks really slick, so I'm not going to complain too much. Obviously I think the colour works, this the metallic grey really works on this. But one thing I really do like is the kind of back end splitter as well. It looks a lot better than the Mark 7 did in my opinion here, at the bottom with the tailpipes. But yeah, everyone obviously has their own opinion on this. I personally think it looks good. But let me know your thoughts down below of what you kind of think to the exterior of this car and the interior if you want. But yeah, let's take a look at the rims as well. We'll go around to the front of the car for that though. because the car is currently running. Obviously it's on auto lights at the moment, so this is what it looks like from the front. I personally think the lights here look really aggressive at night time, especially when the lights are on. Like, if you see that in the background, someone referred to it as looking like a bit of a McLaren, and honestly, when you do look at it in the back, like if this is behind you, I would think it's like some supercar thing or a very fast hot hatch, which technically this is, but it's it does look more aggressive in the lighting department, I feel, than the Mark 7 did. But however, a lot of people didn't think that the upper grille and front of this area of the car looked as aggressive as a Mark 7, and I kind of agree with that as well. I don't think it looks as aggressive as a Mark 7 did in that aspect, but I think it looks sleek and I think it's better designed. So I guess you have to compromise for efficiency and all the stuff the Ford Performance team have done with this. But I tell you what, these new alloys, I didn't think I'd like them, but I really do. I think they're really nice. Obviously you got the brakes in there, everything in there, just the standard sort of stuff. But these tyres here, if you had seen in my previous video collecting the Fiesta ST, James from Buckingham Ford stated that they are actually, these have been made specifically for the Fiesta ST and designed to be used with it. So yeah, I can probably imagine it costing quite a lot of money to replace them if you do a lot of wheel spins, etc. But yeah, it's not a bad tyre. It looks good. I've driven it. It feels good on the road as well, so I can't really complain. Obviously, you get a lot of brake dust, as you can see. So you probably will need to keep them clean, otherwise they will get very dirty and probably stain potentially. But yeah, other than that, I think the car looks really good, especially from an exterior point of view. I think it looks sleek. Not as aggressive as a Mark 7, but I do think that it makes up for it in the character that it has, in terms of the fact that it drives so well. And if you do want to see that, make sure you check out the review that I've made for this car. Potentially will either be out already or before or after this video, but it's going to be good. And I just want to say a massive thank you as well to Buckingham Ford for allowing me to have this vehicle. But yeah, that is literally the exterior and interior of the car. Please let me know what you guys think to this. Obviously you got the front split here as well. Mixed, divided opinions on this. And then you got the front fog lamps here as well, with cornering headlights, I believe, from what the ST line had as well. But yeah, I personally think it's a really nice car. You can get the upgrades for these to get full LED headlamps. So just this, and there's like 4 different lights. It looks really good. Obviously this vehicle also does not have the limited slip diff, which the Performance Pack has, and that contains launch control as well. But personally, it still felt so fun to drive, it didn't really matter to me. But if I was going to get one of these cars, I definitely would go for the limited slip diff and the Performance Pack. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the exhaust. Obviously it's just ticking over normal mode at the moment. This is not in racetrack mode, which basically opens the valves up and makes it crack and popple. But other than that, it's lovely. Obviously you've got your rear parking sensors here, and you've got the LED lights under there, rear parking sensors, and then you've got the camera here with the LED lights under there. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is the interior and exterior view of the Mark 8 Fiesta ST, so if you did enjoy it and you are tempted in getting one, please let me know down below in the comment section if you are. I'd like to know your thoughts on this car, especially if you're a Mark 7 ST owner. It'd be great to understand what you guys think to this. Personally, I think it's a lovely car, and it handles great and it has great character. So yeah, it'd be great to see what you guys think to it down below. And if you are new around here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really does help me. And make sure you turn on them post notifications to keep up to date with the content that I produce. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.